On the little bank, below the orchard, beyond the gay pink blossom, under the beechen hedge, am I forever making love to you. The weald, the enormous bed between the downs grows hazy with sunshine. Slow cattle stir on the steep meadow nearby. On the little bank, our two souls glow like blossoms, astart with gladness.
No, I am not here. I am not here. Life, twisting its crazed machinery, has conveyed this thing that sits and writes hither, has taken away to that hell in the city, something of you.
But you and I, on the little bank where bluebells droop, sit and make love to each other. As you sit on the trestle, I on the ground, the glitter of the buckle of your shoe laughs like an eye at me. And I, shy of your face, still bend to woo your feet, and touching your ankles, try to find you and fill my soul with you.
I know.
Oh yes, Frieda. And so do I.
We get hundreds of people like you, all searching for the secret soul of D.H. Lawrence. Oh, aye, tenner penny. Yeah, especially this year. Centenary, like a swarm of locusts devouring every available fact. Well, you're a very fortunate woman.
Really?
You met me. If you buy the coffee, I'll tell you why. The fact is, I know all about D.H. Lawrence.
Absolutely everything.
You go on holiday to the South Seas, and there are these little boys who'll dive to the bottom of the ocean to retrieve pennies. In Rome, there are bottom-pinching Italians who'll show you the secrets of the Vatican. In Cairo, there are willing natives to sell you filthy postcards. I'm a little of each, except I live in Nottingham.
You're a bullshit merchant.
Also, I'm a bullshit merchant.
But you'll dive to the bottom of the ocean to retrieve the secrets of D.H. Lawrence.
For the price of a cup of coffee, yes. Unless you fancy the filthy postcards.
Not really. I'm more for the pretty views.
Oh, well, that's relevant. You see, a lot of people come here. All they know about Lawrence is that he was the guy who wrote the filthy books. And gamekeepers and chatterleys and flowers when he wants it.
I am a serious student, young sir. A serious, mature student.
Mature student? It's a contradiction in terms. All right. If you are a serious, mature student, here's a test. What did Lawrence say about this place?
He didn't write much about canteens.
Not the canteen, the university.
Didn't he write a poem about it?
In Nottingham, that dismal town where I went to school and college, they've built a new university for a new dispensation of knowledge. Built it most grand and cakily, out of the noble loot derived from shrewd cash chemistry by good Sir Jessie Boots.
Boot? As in Boots the chemist?
The same. And it ends that future Nottingham lads would be cash chemically BSc, that Nottingham lights would rise and say, "By Boots, I am MA. From this I learned, though I knew it before, that culture has her roots in the deep dung of cash, and law is a last offshoot of Boots." You see, he was always a troublemaker. Some people haven't forgiven him yet.
People will hate me, Jessie. And they always hate artists and writers who tell the truth. You can't tell the truth without drawing blood, and people can't stand the sight of blood.
Especially their own.
And most of all, that. I mean, look at this valley. See, there's a music here, and nobody dares to sing it out loud. I mean, Shakespeare, he heard the music, and Chaucer. Then it was taken away from us. The lords and masters built fences round it with big signs saying, "Keep out, art and literature, they aren't for the likes of you. Touch your forelock and move on, or get yourself down the pit where you belong." But we know, Jessie, we know when we've been cheated. And even my father knows. I listen to him when he comes home drunk from the pub. Do you know what he does? He sings. I mean, it's ugly and dirty, his singing, but he's trying to make it beautiful. To him, it is beautiful. He knows, same as I know, we've been betrayed. Well, Bert Lawrence will reclaim the English language from the lords and masters. I shall find the music of this valley. I shall sing it loud to the reverberate hills, even in dead of night.
You wake everybody up.
Well, that's the only decent thing to do when people are asleep. Wake him up. Wake up, you buggers!
So, what's your excuse, Kate?
Excuse for what?
For piercing the mystery of Lawrence.
Doing an open university degree. Married with 2 kids. Kids growing up a little. Husband growing up a little. Time on my hands. Bored housewife.
There's a lot of you about.
I'm an archetype. They write articles about women like me in The Guardian. Nearly every day. So, what's your excuse?
I don't write articles in The Guardian.
Your excuse for chasing Lawrence?
Unemployed graduate. I do a bit of moonlighting, you know, working behind a bar, plus acting as a tourist guide. But the cover story is I'm doing an MA. That's what you tell the DHSS if they ask you questions. Here we are, Eastwood. Jerusalem, Jerusalem. The birthplace.
Plus the chance of a cheap laugh.
Well, Bert would have been on the minus side.
Bert?
Everybody in Eastwood called him Bert. 11th of September, 1885.
Happy anniversary.
It's a museum now. Of course, Bert isn't actually buried here.
He's in New Mexico, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a great story. He was originally buried in France. Then, 5 years later, Frieda decides she wants him in New Mexico. So she sends Angelo, the new husband, to Europe, saying, bring Lawrence back. Angelo has to organise for Lawrence to be dug up, cremated, forms to fill in, export licences, God knows what. He does it, goes back across the Atlantic clutching the urn, eventually gets back to New Mexico. Frieda meets him on the station, hugs, kisses, great excitement. They piss off home and leave the ashes in the urn on the station platform.
forever?
Oh, no, they went back later. I suppose they found him in lost property, I don't know. It's funny how so much would make you giggle, isn't it? Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence?
Arthur and Lydia. You're right.
What? What's wrong?
He haunts this place.
Oh, it's all in the mind.
Well, where else can it be? He's here.
Softly, in the dusk, a woman is singing to me, taking me back down the vista of years till I see a child sitting under the piano, in the boom of the tingling strings, and pressing the small poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings.
Sweet song of holiday. Hey, come and sing. Come on. Joys of home, sweet home, resounding. Home, sweet home, with every pleasure. Home, with every blessing crowned.
In spite of myself, the insidious mastery of song betrays me back, till the heart of me weeps to belong to the old Sunday evenings at home, with winter outside, and hymns in the cosy parlour, the tinkling piano our guide. So now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamour with the great black piano appassionato. The glamour of childish days is upon me. My manhood is cast down in the flood of remembrance. I weep like a child for the past.
Quit my weary muse, your labours. Quit your books and learning.
Well, I should have bloody row, Lydia.
Children should have music.
Music.
Welcome the
Don't pay no bills, no fill bellies.
But, Dad, I've heard this singing when they comes home late.
Aye, and we'll hear thee sing and all if they don't button a lip.
Don't you dare hit the child.
I shall hit whoever I like.
You'd be better employed washing yourself. Splash some cold water on yourself and sober up a bit.
I shall wash me, son, when it suits me and not before. It's my muckle. It's me getting mucky feeds and clothes a lot of thee. I'm only a dirty collier, I know that. But you try eating that stuff.
You're an animal.
We're all of us bloody animals, Lydia. It's just that some of us are big enough to own up. It's better than pretending to be a bloody lady. There'll never be a bloody lady married to me. Now, I'll get washed.
Shall I help this?
Stop saying thee and that.
Me dad says...
Don't listen to your father. Listen to me.
But I thought thee and thou in the Bible.
It's all about words, Jessie. It's just finding the words to keep the demon happy.
There are thousands of words in English language.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a difficult language. See, there are too many words. I mean, supposing you want to say no. I mean, my father knows 100 ways of saying no, and he's forgotten whatever education he ever had. He knows 28 ways of saying no, just using the back of his hand, no talking at all.
What about your mother?
Well, she can say no 100 different ways just by looking at you. Mind you, all women are like that.
All women?
Yes, Jessie, all women.
And that's where Jessie lived. Jessie,
who was Miriam in Sons and Lovers.
Oh.
I've read the book.
It's deserted.
Oh, aye. The farm belongs to the Lord of the Manor. Lawrence wrote things that made the Lord of the Manor angry. That is the Lord of the Manor's revenge.
Look.
It's like you.
Why, don't be silly, I can't fly.
Hovering. Looking for the right word.
Or the right woman. Just imagine, another year and I shall be a fully certified school teacher.
Certified?
I always find the right word. Tempest, Act 1, Scene 2. Miranda Prospero.
If by my art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar, allay them.
When will the bell ring and end this weariness? How long have they tugged the leash and strained apart my pack of unruly hounds? I cannot start them again on a quarry of knowledge they hate to hunt. I can haul them and urge them no more.
Get off!
That's enough.
A brave vessel.
No more can I endure to bear the brunt of the books that lie out on the desks. A full threescore of several insults of blotted pages and scrawl of slovenly work that they have offered me. I am sick and tired more than any thrall upon the woodstacks working weariedly. And shall I take the last dear fuel and heap it on my soul, till I rouse my will like a fire to consume their dross of indifference, and burn the scroll of their insults in punishment? I will not. I will not waste myself to embers for them. Not all for them shall the fires of my life be hot, for myself a heap of ashes of weariness, till sleep shall have raked the embers clear. I will keep some of my strength for myself, for if I should sell it all for them, I should hate them. I will sit and wait for the bell.
Are you trying to drop us a gentle hint that you're unhappy teaching?
I love teaching. Schools and classrooms, that's what I hate.
And inspectors and other teachers.
Yeah, I hate most of them too.
But you mustn't give up teaching, Bert.
I thought you believed in free will and independence of thought, Comrade Hopkin. From each according to his capabilities.
Every child goes to school now, but we must have working-class lads to teach them. Otherwise, we'll just perpetuate the values of the bourgeoisie.
Wrong, Mr. Hopkin.
Me? Wrong? I'm never wrong. I'm like Bert here. He's never wrong.
Correct. I mean, even when we disagree, we're never wrong.
You're wrong about the kind of teachers we need in our schools, not working-class lads. Working-class lads and lasses.
Good heavens, woman, you'll be wanting the vote next.
Well, as long as you like the poem.
You said you didn't care. Said you didn't want us to be critics.
But he wants to be loved, like all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll enjoy that.
Why don't you have a vote on it?
Fine, let's have a vote on it.
He loves having votes.
Does the meeting like Bert's poem? Show of hands. Unanimously.
Thank you.
And we all love you.
Well, I'd rather you didn't have a vote on that.
And we all think you should write some more poems.
And stories. And novels.
Operas?
Why not? We'll all help.
Whatever the demon desires.
From the chair, it seems to me that all of Eastwood's radical freethinkers are ready and willing to help you in your literary career, Bert. In which case, I should like to move our meeting on to the next business. The imminent overthrow of capitalism.
Bear, will you be able to finish a poem now?
Yes.
Shouldn't you say thank you?
When I finish the poem. Thank you, Alice.
Good. Now you can pour the tea. If you say, but you're the woman, I shall pour the tea over your head.
I shall pour the tea. Votes for women, tea pouring for men.
Tea pouring, pram pushing, step scrubbing, potato peeling.
Who digs the coal?
I can't plan the entire 20th century, but at least I'm not living in the 19th.
There.
Thank you.
Which century's your husband in?
I'm hoping he'll move out to the Middle Ages in the next few months.
Is it just him you hate? Or do you hate all men?
I hated my father from birth. No, I hated him before I was born.
If we could all be excused parents, life'd be a great deal easier. Since before you were born? It's extremely sensitive of you.
By the time I was conceived, my mother was no longer in a fit state to have children. By the same token, she was not in a fit state to resist my father's sexual advances. I'm the product of drink, rape, lust, what you will, but not love. If you hate your father, it is difficult to love any other man. But I do love you.
Truly.
You must be used to declarations of love by now. Jessie loves you, doesn't she?
Well, she says so.
And your teacher friend in Croydon.
What, Helen or Agnes?
There were two. We could form a society. Ask Willie Hopkin to draw up a constitution.
I saw Sarah Bernhardt once at the Theatre Royal in La Dame aux Camélias. She was terrifying. All her demons pouring out for everyone to see. Primeval. Magnificent. She was like a wild animal. I could marry a woman like that. I'm sure she'd drive me mad.
Am I not primeval and magnificent?
Yes, you are strong. And magnificent, yes, in your own way. and unchangeable. You go on your own chosen path at all times.
There's no other path.
There's my path.
I have no intention of changing. Not even for you, Bert. I won't be swallowed whole by any man.
I know what'll happen to you, Alice. You'll perform great service for the community. You'll give shelter to the sick and needy. You'll build schools and hospitals. Perhaps you'll build a new society based on love. And may God have mercy on your husband.
Conducted tour.
It's a comprehensive service.
Does it include taking me back to my hotel?
Not only that, it includes an invitation back to my place.
Ho hum.
For a cup of tea and some in-depth conversation about the many things we have seen.
As long as it's understood, I don't want to see your etchings.
That reminds me. I don't do etchings, but I have been trying to finish this poem.
Tea.
Tea.
I can't stand Willie Wetleg. Can't stand him at any price. He's resigned. And when you hit him, he lets you hit him twice.
The etchings are very good.
Oh, thank you. I didn't make them, but I bought most of them, apart from the ones I stole.
Do you have many visitors to see them?
Oh, no. Maybe 2 or 3 in an average night. You must admit I make really awful tea.
That's true. Very nasty.
It's amazingly cheap.
I bet.
One of my many admirers left these on a previous visit. Do you smoke?
Sorrow.
No, I said, do you smoke?
Sorrow.
That doesn't actually make sense.
It's a poem.
About smoking?
Oh, man wrote about everything. Here we are. Why does the thin grey strand floating up from the forgotten cigarette between my fingers, why does it trouble me?
Why did it trouble him?
You will understand. When I carried my mother downstairs, a few times only at the beginning of her soft foot melody, I should find for a reprimand to my gaiety a few long grey hairs on the breast of my coat, and one by one I watched them float up the dark chimney.
Are they coming home or what? Suit this end. I can stay here all night if it takes their fancy. Not me. So bloody cold.
I loved her.
Oh, well. Sons are supposed to love their mothers. That's how it operates. Husbands is different.
You must have loved her once.
Ah, what I say. Once upon a time. As they say in stories. Once upon a time. That doesn't mean they'll live happily ever after. Maybe it's different in the stories they're writes.
No. It isn't different in the stories I write.
Well then, I must have been taking note. This thine?
My first novel.
Did she read it? Before she passed on?
You was too ill.
What do they pay thee for making this?
50 guineas.
50 guineas. And has never done a proper day's work in their life. I should have liked it.
She's dead.
I'll not alarm me with talk of death. I'll live with it day by day in the pit. Death. I spit on it. And now I'm off to the pub.
You can't.
I do as I please. That's the same.
Unanimous vote of the Eastwood Soviet. The White Peacock is the greatest novel written in the history of the English language.
No, it isn't.
We know it isn't, but we want to encourage you. You must write another one, and soon.
I'm writing it all the time.
Shed some blood. Show the petty bourgeoisie what the working class is thinking.
Not thinking, feeling.
You shouldn't preach at people. It upsets them.
Do people get upset when you preach at them?
Of course they do. They revile me and persecute me and throw all manner of old fruit and vegetables against me.
Falsely?
Some of them are very good shots.
Well, I think you're right, Comrade Hopkin.
I know. I'm always right.
A preacher, that's what I am. And seeing a multitude, he went up into a mountain.
We lack a multitude, Bert.
Well, pretend you're a multitude.
Delighted.
Ye have heard that it hath been said, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. But I say unto you, we are living in the land of the meek. And the meek are buried deep in the bowels of the earth, digging the coal and feeding the worms.
Amen.
My mother, which art in heaven, is buried beneath the earth. My father, which art in hell, is buried beneath the earth. Verily, they have inherited the earth.
Come on, Bert. Here you are, lad.
It's hard work, being a priest.
Bert. How are you?
Well, considering I nearly died of pneumonia, I'm very well, considering.
Good.
No flowers, no grapes, no chocolates.
I brought you flowers last time and you said I'm not dying.
Don't say that.
You did.
I can't remember. I must be dying at the time.
Are you really better?
Improving, yeah. The bronchials still scratch a bit, but yes, I shall soon be better. It's all education's fault.
No, you blame everything in education.
No, I don't. Sometimes I blame my parents. Sometimes I blame God. Sometimes I blame women. It's women mostly.
That's your fault. How many engaged at the moment?
Including you.
Are we engaged?
Not really. But you're my best friend. Best woman friend.
Thank you.
You got the manuscript?
Yes.
Have you read it?
Yes.
All these words. No man can teach all day and make words all night. I need a private income or a soft job at a university. Did you like it?
Not entirely.
I've written it 3 times.
It's because I love you, I have to tell you the truth.
You love me, but you don't love him.
They're all the same person.
No! The words are drawn from a deep well, full of blood.
From the heart.
No, not from the heart. Lower down than that. That frightens you, doesn't it?
There are things about you that frighten me, yes.
Love can't exist with fear. You have to move through it. The fear and the pain. Before you can find love. I don't think you're up to that task, Jessie. Right. Tell me what's wrong with the book. We'll start at page 1.
Page 1.
My dear, I know that music hath charms to soothe the savage breast, but do you have to soothe all day and all night?
Yes.
something I have to tell you.
Will wait until the end. So, what is your important news?
We shall have a visitor for lunch on Sunday.
A boring professor.
One of my ex-students.
Ah, a boring graduate. Undergraduate?
He's a writer. Some sort of young genius.
Oh, my God. An intellectual. For this did I run away from Vienna. Come on, my troops. Into battle now. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Elsa, more smart. Very good. And about turn. Barbara.
Well, the doctors have advised against a return to teaching.
Yes, the chalk dust makes me cough, and I think it corrodes my soul, but that's not a medical opinion.
So, what had you in mind? Some university teaching?
Yes, a German university, just as a lector. I wouldn't expect to be a fully certified academic immediately.
So how are your languages these days?
Oh, I could live in Germany or France, for that matter, and not go hungry.
Do not go to France, go to Germany.
Ich möchte sehr gern nach Deutschland fahren.
Sie haben ja einen guten Geschmack.
Sehr gut. Sie sprechen ausgezeichnet Deutsch.
So, are you going to teach English in Germany?
Yes.
And how is your English?
This young gentleman speaks at least 2 forms of English.
Really?
Head speech and heart speech.
You must explain.
Well, I can speak like this, indistinguishable from a lower middle-class school teacher with chalk dust on the brain, the way my mother taught me, that's head speech. Or I can talk the way my father talks, like a collier, heart speech, quarried from the Nottingham earth.
I would like to hear this heart speech.
Recite one of your dialect poems.
Isn't that a breach of good manners, to recite poetry when you've been invited to Sunday lunch?
No, we are asking you to recite.
Well, you might find it boring.
Oh, English Sundays are boring anyway. So, nothing is lost.
So be it, if I can remember it. It's called Violets.
Violets?
The flower.
Yes, my dear. I know about English flowers.
Violet. Sister, thou knows while we was on the planks aside of the grave, while the coffin were lying yet on the yellow clay, and the white flowers top of it trying to keep off in a bit of the wet, and parson making haste, and all the black huddling close together because of the rain, did happen to notice a bit of a lass away back by Edston, sobbing and sobbing again. How should I be looking round? And me stood on the plank beside the open ground where our Ted would soon be sank. Yeah, and him that young snap sudden out of all his wickedness, among pals worse nor any name as you could call. Well, let be that. With some of the baddies we like better nor all your good, and he was one, and 'cause I liked him best, yeah, better nor thee, I canna bite to think where he is gone. I know that I liked him better nor me. But let me tell thee about this lass. When you had gone, I stopped behind on Paddy the dripping wet and watched what her had on. You should have seen her slive up when we'd gone. You should have seen her kneel down and look in at the sloppy wet grave. And her little neck shone that white, and her shook that much, I'd like to begin scrating me sen as well. Her undid her black jacket at the bosom and took from out of it over a double handful of violets, all in a pack, ravelled blue and white, warm, for a bit of the smell come wafting to me. Her put her face right into them and scrated out again. And after a while, her dropped them down that place. And I come away because of the teeming rain. That's the end on't.
Use some fascinating words in the poem, Lawrence. Scrating.
Scrating?
Weeping, crying, presumably.
Sobbing from the soles of your feet.
And ravelled?
Violets all in a pack, ravelled blue and white.
You know Shakespeare used ravelled.
Sleep that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care, Macbeth. I probably stole it from Shakespeare without realising. But all writers are thieves, I'm sure you know that. Did you understand any of those strange words, Mrs. Weekley?
No, I understood none of the words. But I understood all of the poem.
Blood! Come on, push, push! 2 little girls in blue, lad. Come on, 2 little girls in blue. Take up! They were sisters, we were brothers, and learned to live as two. Woo!
Thank you, Mrs. Weekley.
Frieda. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It isn't the smoke. Everything makes me cough. Fresh air, gardens, Sundays.
Ernest prefers me not to smoke in the house. Usually I ignore him, but sometimes I make a constructive gesture by coming into the garden to smoke when the weather is fine, which is almost never.
Your children are beautiful.
All children are beautiful, but especially mine. Yes, I agree with you.
And the garden.
English gardens, they are fine to smoke a cigarette in, but they are designed to keep out intruders. Fences and hedges and walls.
An Englishman's castle.
I do not like English homes, their gardens, or their castles. But I very much liked your poem.
Did you really understand it?
Oh, yes, of course. It was about pain and about flowers. The smell of violets and the smell of death. Yes?
Yes.
Ernest understands all of the words, but...
But you don't love him?
Is that a proper thing for an English gentleman to say to his hostess after Sunday lunch?
I'm not an English gentleman, Mrs. Weekley. I'm a collier's son. Your blood doesn't quicken when he walks into the room.
Is there any chance of persuading my children to make a little less noise, my dear? Right, I am trying to work.
There we are. The start of the greatest love story ever told. Lawrence and Frieda. They're right up there with Romeo and Juliet.
Dido and Aeneas.
Daphne and Chloe.
Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
David and Goliath.
Ah, they don't make them like that anymore. Dear God, it's the time. Can I ring for a taxi? I have a feeling it's one of those hotels where they lock the door at 10:30.
I'll give you a lift.
Are you sure?
I am your officially appointed guide and comforter.
Guide, yes. Comforting, I'll see to myself.
I'll get your coat.
Thank you.
May I ask you a personal question?
As long as I have the choice about answering.
The question is, do you really love your husband? Does your blood quicken when he walks into the room?
The answer to both those questions is yes.
Well, it's worth a try, wasn't it?
No, it was not.
Honestly, it has been known to work in my favour.
Has that happened before?
No.
Pity.
Come on, I'll run you home.
I'll write to some people in Germany. You shall have the very best references. We must look after your health. And your talent.
I'm grateful for your kindness, Professor Weekley.
Good. Well, my wife will see you out. Good night, Lawrence.
Good night.
Good night, then, Lawrence.
Good night. May I visit you again?
I hope that you will.
I'll write to you, if I may.
Please. My husband is going away for a few days to collect some more words.
I see.
So write to me, Lawrence.
The dawn was apple green. The sky was green wine held up in the sun. The moon was a golden petal between. She opened her eyes and green they shone, clear like flowers undone for the first time, now for the first time seen.
Don't hit me.
I never hit people in libraries.
I thought you might be here. I just came to say sorry.
Very well, say it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Which proves it can't be true love, because true love means never having to say you're sorry.
Shut up.
What happens now?
I get on with my life, you get on with yours.
But you're going away.
Yes, this afternoon.
It's rotten.
Look, I'm only a part-time student, remember? Husband and 2 children to support. Look, my train leaves at 3 o'clock. I've got a lot of work to do. Please go away.
I'll take you out to lunch and run you to the station after.
Thank you.
1 o'clock here.
Okay.
Thank you for your letter.
Well, you asked me to write to you, so I did.
Oh, yes.
Very much so. I quote, "You are the most wonderful woman in all England."
I thought you'd like that.
Do you write like that to all the women in your life?
No, only you. Only when I know it to be true. I'm noted for my honesty and perception. Ask your husband, he thinks I'm a young genius.
And what do you think?
I think I'm a good writer. If I live long enough, I might turn into a very good one or even a great one. It's hard work. You need time to practice. I've never known a real live aristocrat before.
The aristocracy is overrated.
Well, not by me. Do you know what the comedian said at the music hall in Nottingham?
No, you tell me.
He said, a rich man's exactly the same as a poor man, except he's got a lot of money. Have you got a lot of money, Mrs. Weekley?
Oh, you want to know everything.
Of course, you're the most wonderful woman in the world, therefore I need to know everything about you. What it's like to be a German aristocrat, what it's like to be married to Professor Weekley, what it's like to have 3 children, what it's like to be a very unhappy woman.
So that you can write about it?
Well, I write about everything that happens to me. What else can I do with it?
Laurence.
No, children, please.
What do you want, children?
Go on, you ask. You ask them, Bobby. We want to know if Uncle Bert's coming out to play.
Uncle Bert?
When we were playing on the swings, Barbara asked me who I was, and I told her I was Uncle Bert.
Is he coming?
I'm sorry, my darlings. Mr. Lawrence is very busy. We have things to discuss.
We're very busy planning the picnic.
Picnic? Picnic?
Picnic?
If you'll all be very good and leave us in peace, we will organise a grand picnic for sometime this week. Sometime this week?
Yes, sometimes this week.
For sometime this week. So, off you go.
Let's go in the car. I didn't know that I wanted a picnic.
But you do, don't you?
Oh, yes, very much.
But only if you're very good.
And what do I have to do to be very good?
Tell me about being an aristocrat. I mean, just imagine if my mother knew I was friends with an aristocrat. Come on, tell me.
Very well. I was born Emma Maria Frieda Johanna von Richthofen.
Wonderful. How old are you?
33.
I'm 26, but that won't come between us.
Lawrence, you are a strange bird.
Tell me about being married and unhappy.
Oh, I'm not unhappy.
I don't believe that.
No, not unhappy. It just seems that I've been asleep.
Well, I shall wake you up, Mrs. Weekley.
With a kiss?
Only if you're very good.
Oh, you'll find that I am not a very good woman.
I will find that we will find everything.
Were there in reality, could I only take your hand as you did when I took your name? But it's only a beautiful picture in a beautiful golden frame.
Well, you have a fine voice.
Oh yes, Mrs. Weekley. People travel miles to avoid hearing me.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Did you remember to bring the newspaper?
Of course, I always obey orders without question.
I don't believe that. Just as long as you remember the newspaper.
So do you like to read the Times on a picnic?
Never. I destroy it.
This must be a nice little collection. I wear this in my hat, yes?
It's beautiful.
Good. It's ready for launching. Barbara! Set. Right, bring on the champagne. What should we call it, Barbara?
Daddy.
As you wish. Ta-da!
It was then I saw you making the boats with the children and playing in the stream that I realized.
What did you realise?
That I love you.
I know. Prove it, Frieda.
How?
Makes a cup of tea.
Personal question, Kate.
Last time you did that, I ended up thumping you.
An innocent personal question.
Ask it, and I'll tell you whether it's innocent.
Was there a moment when you saw your husband doing something? Like sailing paper boats, and you knew you loved him?
Yes, that's innocent. And dangerous. No, I don't think so. I watched him playing cricket once and kept applauding the wrong man. Well, they all dress in white. I should wear glasses, really, and there are things he does which are endearing, like spending hours arranging his hair to hide the ball patch, when everyone can still see the ball patch. Vanity of vanities.
You haven't really answered the question.
There isn't an answer. He's never been much for sailing paper boats. I think we ought to go.
Lawrence, would you like to stay with me tonight?
Here?
Yes.
I'd like that very much.
Good.
But I won't.
Well, why not?
Because I know the difference between appetite and desire.
You must explain.
It's the difference between wanting to go to bed with a woman and wanting to spend the rest of your life with her.
You mean you want to spend the rest of your life with me?
You say you love me. I say you're the most wonderful woman in the world. It's obvious.
Well, it's obvious that we have to go to bed together.
No.
You're Puritan.
Is there something wrong with that?
In Vienna...
Vienna? Bloomsbury on the Danube?
In Vienna, we believe that sexual repression causes great unhappiness.
I agree. The great thinkers of Vienna and Eastwood are in total accord on the subject. You'll find them behind all the hedges.
So, we must go to bed together.
Have you said that before? To other men?
I have had other lovers, yes.
But you don't solve unhappiness with sex. It's no better than getting drunk.
But I like sex. I like wine.
Yeah, and you wake up with a headache. You wake up with your unhappiness. You wake up with an empty marriage.
Now, you make life very complicated.
No. I'll make it very simple. Like a child. That's why people tell me to be quiet. Shut their eye, young Bert. We can't get on with our lives without preaching. It is very simple. I am the right man. You are the right woman. We must spend the rest of our lives together.
Oh, you go home, Lawrence. Go home.
are the call and I am the answer. You are the wish and I the fulfillment. You are the night and I the day. What else? It is perfect enough. It is perfectly complete. You and I. What more? Strange how we suffer in spite of this.
I need to talk to my best friends.
We are here.
You look terrible, Bert. Are you ill again?
No.
Have you joined the Tories?
No.
So it must be a woman.
Yes.
It could be worse.
It is worse. I love her, she loves me, and she's married with 3 children.
Frieda Weekley. Haven't I always warned you about the aristocracy?
This is no time to jest and dally.
What do you want from us, Bert?
A hearthrug to cry on.
I can tell you the facts of life.
I think Frieda Weekley already knows the facts of life.
Yeah, and I know about 3 of them.
There are choices.
Recite the manifesto, comrade.
Well, you can carry on as you are at the moment. Secret assignations, melodramatic nonsense of that kind. Is that what you've been up to?
Yes, like a bad Victorian novel.
Or you can walk away from the situation with dignity.
A far, far better thing that you do now.
That's quite a decent novel.
Or you can tell the truth. I love Frieda Weekley, she loves me. And take the consequences.
What consequences would you anticipate?
In Eastwood, near Nottingham, in the year 1912, crucifixion. But you wanted to be a priest. You said so yourself.
We can't tell you what to do.
But those are the choices.
Thank you.
Is it a happy marriage?
No. It's a sleeping marriage like most marriages. Well, there are exceptions.
Well, this one isn't sleeping.
A permanent battlefield, yes. Sleeping, no.
Michelangelo, when he died, was working on a set of 4 sculptures. I've seen pictures of them. I think they're called The Prisoners. You can see the head, the arms, the legs, torso. But they're still embedded in great slabs of stone waiting to be released. Frieda's like that. So am I. Just waiting to be released. But if you see a completed Michelangelo, if you see his statue of David, it is complete. Released. It's beautiful. It's fragile. Naked and vulnerable.
That's the price of freedom, Bert. I preach the freedom of the individual, but when the individual gets freedom, it doesn't make life easier. It makes it much harder. There's no church or state telling you what to do. You have to decide. Freedom can be terrifying.
So, nobody can tell me what to do.
We can offer you love and a hearthrug to cry on.
Have you asked your demon?
Oh, yes.
And what does your demon say?
My demon recommends crucifixion.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just another prisoner. Contemplating freedom. I can glimpse a patch of blue sky through the cell window.
It's true, isn't it? The stories we hear.
Of course you should know that. All the stories of D.H. Lawrence are true. I mean, that's why people hate the fella.
What's going to happen?
What'll happen next, eh? The great question, what happens next? I mean, that's why we keep turning the pages, isn't it, to find out what happens next. I'll let you into a secret, Jessie. Even the author doesn't know.
Well, whatever happens, I wish...
What do you wish me, Jessie? Happiness? Freedom?
Both? Why not both?
Because that would be greedy. Goodbye, Jessie.
Yes.
It's really quite pretty.
We must all learn new music. It helps to keep our minds fresh.
Absolutely.
You collect words and I collect pretty tunes. Ernest, I'm going away this weekend.
Where?
To Kent. The Garnets have invited me for the weekend. Do you mind?
I think it's an excellent idea.
Oh, you'd be pleased to be rid of me?
On the contrary, but you've been looking a little pale recently. And some fresh air will be good for you.
Yes, I hope so.
And good for me, too.
I will be going away, and it will be good for you. Do you want to break my heart, Ernest?
No, but I have a great deal of work to catch up with. And a weekend of silence and tranquility will help.
In a week's time, I'm going to visit my family in Germany. Will you come with me?
Yes, I would like that.
Good.
Will I stay in a schloss and meet a real aristocratic family?
Oh, no. I think it would be more sensible for you to stay in a hotel. There are some very good hotels there.
Frieda, whatever happens, wherever we go, whatever we do, we will never hide under a stone. We will tell your family, we'll tell my family.
And my husband?
We'll tell him first. I'm taking his wife away from him. He's entitled to hear the truth before anybody else.
It will destroy him.
I think he's a strong man. He'll survive. And if he's a weak man, then that's his lookout. I've got no time for woolly wet legs. But he'll be revenged.
How? In what way?
He'll want to kill you, me, and himself in that order. But he's a rational man and he won't do that. He'll take his revenge by way of the children.
The children?
Yes.
What about the children?
You probably won't see them again.
Never?
Maybe when they've grown up with minds of their own. If they're allowed to grow up with minds of their own, then they'll see you if they want to. It'll be their choice. But while they're still children, still growing up, I doubt whether you'll see them.
Oh, Lawrence.
We'll be attacking your husband's dignity and pride, his status within the community. Ernest is an observer of rules. He'll observe the rules and hire the best legal advice, and the legal advisor will observe the rules, and the rules will say that you're totally unfit to be the mother of your children. It's normal and natural in the world we live in.
No, Ernest won't behave like that. He's not a cruel man.
He's a kind man. But the rules won't give him any choice in the matter. The rules will tell him, and his best friends will tell him, that you are a wicked woman and should therefore be condemned. They can't stone you to death, so they'll take your children away.
Am I a bad mother?
Parents should tell the truth. How else can children learn? You and I, we're the truth.
The way and the light.
There's a little patch of blue sky. We can choose to reach for it, or we can turn our backs, pretend it isn't there, and go back to where we were before.
And if we go back?
We shall never walk in the light. We shall never know. You have to decide. I've already told you what I want.
Oh, tell me the truth, Lawrence.
I want that you should come live with me and be my wife.
I know.
Oh, yes, Frieda. And so do I.
Can I have a Guardian, please, love? Ta.
Thank you for looking after me.
My pleasure. Most of the time, anyway. I didn't enjoy being thumped. Oh, mind you, some people go in for that sort of thing. Did you think I was like that?
Don't you know why I hit you?
Because I made a certain suggestion and you didn't want to know.
You know nothing.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll give you the conducted tour. I'll allow you to buy me lunch, teach you all about Lawrence, and this is my reward.
You know sod all about Lawrence.
So, tell me where I'm wrong.
Well, you think the gospel according to Lawrence is a licence for a casual screw when the chance comes along. Just because some idiots in high places put Lady Chatterley on trial. Lawrence isn't about that.
So, tell me what he's about, in case I ever write the thesis.
Well, for a start, Lawrence does not equal sex. Lawrence equals love, equals pain, equals tenderness, equals a search for truth and the shedding of blood. You're a nice boy, but you're not up to that sort of thing. Sorry.
He was a prophet. All things to all men. It's like the authorised version. It means what you want it to mean.
That's all bollocks, and you know it.
Yes?
And the other reason why I hit you.
There were two reasons. Was it the aftershave?
You said, do you really love your husband? Does your blood quicken when he walks into the room?
And you said yes to both questions.
The answer to both questions is no.
Ah.
That's a hard thing to admit.
But if it's the truth, you should be grateful to me for asking the questions.
You didn't ask the questions. He did.
You really are a bloody nuisance, Bert. Why don't you leave us alone?
I will take you to Italy and introduce you to Michelangelo.
Thank you, Frieda. I think we'll get on famously.
Also, I will live with you and be your wife.
Thank you for that, too. I can promise you nothing. I have no money, and there'll be a lot of pain.
So?
But in time, when the pain is gone, we will look at what we have done and say, look, we have come through.